What do you reckon? Brilliant, eh? An amazing location this stream here that runs down Ashgill, eventually joins the, I think it's the South Tyne River, and then it flows into the Tyne, and then obviously all the way to the coast. Amazing little place this. We're just into September, so the trees are just to say turning. Just one or two trees have got a little bit of yellow on. Amazing place. I've visited it in good conditions. I've come here when it's been almost frozen solid, and if I don't waffle on too much, then I will show you those shots as well. Anyway, on with the shoot. So the intention here is just to get a standard shot of the falls to start with, but the first thing that really annoys me in this image here is here there's lots of white branches on this ash tree. It's spoiling the composition, so I'm going to go for a portrait orientation to see if I can improve it that way. So this is the first shot, and if I'm honest, I don't like it. I find that green area to the right hand side really distracting. As you can see in that example there where I've highlighted it. In the next picture you can see what I've done. I've taken it out very roughly. I've done a little bit of a clone just to show you the difference. So anyway, this shot isn't a keeper. I doubt you'll be able to hear me very well, but there's some people behind the waterfall at the moment, so I'm just going to wait till they go before I take any shots. Yeah, amazing place. You can walk right behind the fall. I've even been behind it when it's been in flood and when it's been frozen, of course. The only disadvantage of this position here is there's a lot of spray. You have to keep wiping the lens. But, yeah, amazing place. So I had quite a long wait for them people to move. The falls were having a great time. It's nice to see, actually. I don't get too bothered about people being in my shots. I just wait till they go out, or keep them in the shot. Provides a bit of scale, I suppose. So, which I have done. I've took a couple of pictures with them in. Yeah, it's great. So I'm just going to have a little walk behind the fall now, and you can see what that looks like. Yeah, it's a bit of a damp spot, so I'm just gonna walk under. I'll be absolutely honest, I'm never that comfortable being under here. The reason this is the case is because things just keep collapsing out of it, so you don't want to be here when that happens, do you? But anyway, that's what it looks like from behind the falls. So anyway, I've left the camera over there, so I'm gonna head back. there you have it. Amazing falls. You can hardly see now out with glasses. Yeah, it's something special about the place. It's lovely. We make a great film location, I think. We're making a film like one of those Robin Hood films or a Lord of the Rings maybe. Yeah, amazing place. Right, some more people coming in. As I don't like talking in front of the people, I'll just wander back to my camera. So as you can see, this is just a fairly standard shot of the falls really. Just got the falls in the third of the frame. F11, 100 ISO and 1 second exposure. So I quite like the look of this old mine entrance here, the fallen block in front of it, and the old, I think the bracken fronds that are hanging down that are just turning to their autumnal colours. But there's something really weird about this shot, and something I never thought I would do, and that is if we look at the actual image here, the bottom is too light, the bottom of it. So I've actually put a graduated filter on, and we're going to be using it upside down, which is kind of weird, and it's the first time I think I've ever had to do that. So let's just see how it turns out. I'm quite pleased with that shot, quite like that. Anyway, next thing is I'm going to head downstream. There's a footbridge across, and there's some more smaller waterfalls that I think might be worth having a look at. So yeah, onwards. I don't know whether you can hear me right next to this stream. But, I had an idea for a shot with the... Well, you can see that really. A small waterfall in front, and then the larger waterfall behind. But what really is sort of grating on me, there's a tree branch running all the way across in front of the falls there. It does kind of spoil it for me. I mean, sometimes you perhaps just walk away from a shot, but I'm gonna give it a try and just see how it works. But like I say, I think that branch might just be a bit too annoying. We'll see. Another problem is this branch here is in front of the camera, so I'm gonna have to pull it back to get the shot. Well, I'm not entirely convinced of that first shot. I think the second one's perhaps marginally better. But anyway, let's move on. So I've just spotted these falls here. Absolutely amazing, beautiful falls. There's a little bridge above. In fact, the bridge is providing a bit of a problem in this composition, in that the bridge is just poking above the falls a little bit and spoiling the shot. But so I'm going to load the tripod and see if I can just have the falls in with the nice green trees behind. So this is my next composition here. The bridge is going to be in shot this time. I can't do anything about it. it's just sticking up a little bit too high. I think the shot would be better without the bridge in, or with the full bridge in. So if you've only got part of the bridge in, it looks a bit odd above the falls. But even so, it's still a nice composition, this, and there is just enough separation, I think, between the falls and the bridge just to give me you know, a nice pleasant composition. So yeah, it's turning into a really nice day today. Absolutely loving photographing this stream, and I found some fossils and a few other bits and pieces that I haven't had time to show on film, as it were. I haven't had time to video it. So anyway, this is the next shot. So what I like about this shot, what I particularly like about it, is the way the light's falling behind the falls. So all the falls are quite dark, but the water, when you've done a long exposure, is much whiter, and behind the falls would normally be dark. There's just enough light coming through the trees just to give it a little bit of depth. So yeah, I really like that composition. So I've spotted this composition here, the bridge in the background, the main waterfall, and then some rapids running down in front of the camera and then out of frame. So it's sort of running top left of the frame and then exiting top right. So you've got a leading line all the way through the image right to the end. So which I quite like. That's something I like in a composition sometimes, is just to draw your eye completely through the image. The big fly in the ointment, unfortunately, is there are two plastic tree guards in the stream. I can't get to them, so I can't do anything about it. But if I feel the picture is good enough, then I'll put a little bit of effort in and I'll clone them out. I hate cloning things out. I really do like to get everything right in camera. I do not like to mess about on the computer and take this out and take that out. But I think in this case, there's nothing much I can do about it. It's either have a half decent image or spoil it with the tree guards in. Well, that's it for this shoot. If you could like and subscribe, that would be great. And thanks for watching.